Hey everybody, Jim here with a breakdown of the new trailer for Suicide Squad. We're here in Belle Reve Prison, of course, from the Suicide Squad comics, where the bad guys are going to be operating out of. Let's see here now. Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, is reading a romance novel, and it's not just any romance novel. It is by Molly O'Keefe, and we actually figured out which novel of Molly O'Keefe's it is, and it's called Between the Sheets. And why that is interesting is that it's about this uptight, very structured woman who falls for a bad boy and everything gets crazy. So, kind of sounds familiar, right? Uh, Here we have a kind of a rundown of the crew. Of course, Killer Croc. Now, I want to just go back here. That is Killer Croc's cell. We're going to see him attack some guys a little later in the trailer. But I have a theory about Diablo. He looks very pensive. He's thinking about, his powers probably. Since this is about can bad people do good things, I wonder if Diablo isn't going to be sort of the one who can redeem himself in this story. It would be interesting to see. One of them has to have some sort of arc. But of course, this is going to be Harley's origin story. We see a lot of that coming up. Now let's go back here. This fella here, that is Ike Barinholtz. And excuse me, the rumor mill for the longest time was that he was going to be Hugo Strange. Of course, no, he's just a despicable guard at Belle Reve. Now this Diablo, because of his powers, the only way they can get a hold on him, of course, douse him with water. So he seems to enjoy sticking it to the bad guys here. Now, note the surgical masks, and we're going to see a lot of this kind of playing out throughout the trailer. There is some sort of biological weapon afoot here, and we can get into that later. But is it because of that, or do these guys just smell bad? Here we have coming up, of course, Captain Boomerang. Slipknot, not afraid to hit a woman. What a scumbag. Now this. Okay, so Deadshot's file. Let's scroll forward here a little bit. Notice the location. Gotham, NJ. So Gotham City, is that in New Jersey? It certainly would seem that way. If Metropolis is New York City, then I guess Gotham is in Jersey. And then you'll notice, too, the dates of his crimes are contemporary. So setting everything that little bit in the near future. Now here, we did see in the last trailer that Joel Kinnaman's Rick Flag and Cara Delevingne's June Moon have a pre-existing relationship. The fact that he does mention "and you're a witch" in the sequence makes you think that perhaps she's already a member of the team and she can control her powers, but does something go wrong at some point? Now look at those embers around here like she's Pigpen. Very interesting. It's also interesting to note that DC is going right there from their second movie in their new universe to doing sorcery. Marvel has been building up to that. Now, this is Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son. They're not saying who his character is. He's obviously a special forces guy, but he could be, rumor has it, Slade Wilson, aka future Deathstroke. Adam Beach's Slipknot. Now, just take a note of all these badass special forces guys, because we're going to see this a little later in the trailer. We think some pretty awful things happen to these guys. Now, here we are in Midway City, and we're thinking that Midway City is going to be probably the latter half of the movie. We'll see all the destruction that is being wrought by this stuff that we'll see a little later in the tunnels. It just eats away, deconstructs everything that comes in its path. We see these helicopter pilots getting attacked. We have a big theory actually about who might be in that helicopter. Now here we see the train station. Obviously this is a huge set piece in the movie. Raises a lot of questions. We're thinking this is going to be a tough sequence to top, so more than likely this is going to be the later part of the movie, if not the ending. This whole "let's go save the world," I think you save the world in your third act. So let's just go back here and just enjoy this for a minute. Deadshot and his mask. That's so cool. How long he'll actually wear it in the movie, don't know. We'll find out. Now, let's get a good look-see at the bug face dudes here. Whatever this biological agent or whatever kind of agent it is, transforms humans, and then it looks to be a separate thing from what we see happen in the train station in a little bit. Now, Jared Leto's Joker. He appears to be in a meat locker. This could be a guy that works in a meat locker, or maybe it's just somebody who's really ticked him off. But also, you notice that pimp cane the Joker has there, huh? This is a much more kind of contemporary gangster style Joker than we've ever seen. Now, this, a classic Joker look, very, kind of a Scott Snyder run. He's got a gold gun, very cool. But we think, if you really look at the background, we think he might be on this helicopter that we see a little bit here coming up, right here. That's Johnny Frost, his henchman. He's got a Mr. Frost thing on his sleeve. That could be the Joker standing next to him. And we think that it's this helicopter that coming up. Actually, let's back up here. Coming up that is going to explain why missiles are flying in Midway City. Now, let's scroll forward. Okay, so June Moon, the Enchantress, what is she doing in the White House, and why does she appear to be talking to Amanda Waller? It could be that she's on the team and already, and they're just going over a mission breakdown, or is she the villain of this piece, and she has somehow gotten her way into the White House? I just want to say that's a really cool shot. And you see that he's deconstructed the piano as well and surrounded himself with all the keys. It's a cool shot. Okay, Katana. Her Soul Taker sword, they're really going there again with Enchantress and sorcery and everything right here in their second DCU movie. Soul Taker sword is exactly what it sounds like, and then we're going to see her power in action coming up here in a minute. Right here. Don't you think it's a little curious that Deadshot is arming a weapon with Amanda Waller right there? She either doesn't care or these guys are all chipped to explode if they pull any crap. Probably a little bit of both. Okay, right there. So Katana's eyes being affected. Now, I have two theories. Either is this the effect of the Soul Taker sword, or we see her and Killer Croc confront each other in a couple of moments here in the trailer. So is she being possessed and basically turns on Croc? I kind of doubt that, but we'll see. Now, this has got to be Joker must have a nightclub, and she's in sort of a flapper 1920s kind of outfit, dancing for everyone. Okay, so this is the scene I'm talking about right here. Is that Joker in the cockpit of that helicopter? I can't really tell, but I think I kind of see white and maybe a little green. And wouldn't it just be like Joker to essentially just unleash anarchy in the city? If it's not Joker, then maybe Midway City has gotten so bad that the only option is to torch it. That they've got to stop it here. Now, we did see Joker in the previous trailer in this place stealing canisters, so maybe that's what biological agents are, that they're in those canisters that are being shot out of the helicopter. All right, honestly, this is anyone's guess. It looks like there are parallel threats. There's Joker, and then there's whatever is going on here, almost like another dimension, something coming out, shooting tendrils, and there's all sorts of this green and gold. It looks like there's a sort of underbelly there, and you see that it's shooting out from him. So we don't know if are we talking about another dimension? Is this an effect of that biological agent? There's Johnny Frost again, who's in the helicopter with him. It looks like he's infecting this guy. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. That other scene where Katana's eyes changed, and Croc is attacking her. Is she possessed or is he possessed? But if you noticed coming up in the trailer, Croc is not standing there, so it makes you wonder. Okay, Harley Quinn. This looks like we've seen some set photos and videos of her confronting Joker in his car. We're pretty sure this is view from inside the car. Joker's probably gotten into her head. She's like, "You can't leave me. You got to take me with you." Let's see here. Just go back here for a second. Okay. right there, you see that she is wearing blue. Now, this blue shirt is going to be very important a little bit sooner here in the trailer. I just want you to remember that. Coming up. Okay, now these are, you see Will Smith there shooting at these fellas coming up. But what's noteworthy is these appear to be the special forces guys, and they have somehow been, infected by whatever that agent is, because they still have their military outfit. They're different from that dude that we saw in the subway and all the tendrils. So it looks like their backup went bad on them. Yep. Coming up here. Yeah. Again, let's look at this. The tendrils here that shooting out in the train station, deconstructing matter around them. What is the purpose of that? I'm not really sure what the villain's plan is. Now, Cara Delevingne as June Moon. This probably a flashback to better times when she was normal, or could at least keep her stuff in check. This I just want to point out because I hadn't noticed this before, but maybe you guys did. The Joker has earrings. He's obviously a very different Joker, and he doesn't mind wearing gray. So just to make him that much more different from past iterations, let's move along here. Okay, this. Now, obviously, Harley's origin is a big, big part of this movie, and the whole idea, can bad people do good things? Can she redeem herself for starting off as a normal citizen and then going bad? We think this is Axis Chemicals, where Joker was essentially created, why he has green hair and white skin. So he is creating Harley. Now, notice in the water, the blue and sort of pinky purple dye that's running off his shirt and her shirt, and that she's already lost pigment in her skin and her hair. But if you notice the color of the dye, and then boom, right there, what color are the tips of her hair? They're the same colors as his shirt and her shirt. Is it from the water, or did she dye it herself as kind of a memento of that moment of transformation? Just a cool shot of the Joker. We think this is him in Arkham busting out. And then, okay, right here. This is, what the hell is going on here? There's some sort of portal has been opened. These beings that are up there, we don't think those are the soldiers. Their eyes are that have been affected by the agent. Their eyes are glowing. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks like some portal or some weapon has been unleashed, and it is. Look at the sides of the columns there and up top of the train station. It is deconstructing all that matter, just eating away at everything. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the tunnel beneath the station, or is there a weapon just out of sight there? But you will notice the lineup. Don't see Killer Croc there. You see Boomerang way off to the right. You have Harley, Katana, Deadshot, and it looks like Rick Flag. So that confrontation between Katana and Croc, did she have to kill him? Now this, notice she's taking off her jacket and there's incoming fire. We think that she is possibly, if Joker is indeed in that helicopter and they're shooting up the town, this is her chance to either finally confront him, break free of him, or she's jumping on a cable, hanging down from the chopper, and she's going to rejoin him. But that's, her arc, and basically, can any of these people be redeemed? Can bad people do good things? Kind of comes down to her. So that is basically the brand new awesome Suicide Squad trailer. I just want to point one last note, as everyone has been pointing out, this has been a very much a kind of Guardian-centric trailer with the Bohemian Rhapsody, kind of classic rock and dark humor, anti-heroes, all that. Even if it's intentional or not, and I'm sure it is, it's working. This trailer rocks. We want to know what you guys think of the new trailer. Let us know in the comments. And for all things Suicide Squad, you keep it here on IGN. Thanks for listening and watching.